What's up, everybody? This is Nomadics, and today I am coming at you with the update. So finally, we got another update, and guess who's here? Yeah, that's right. Okay, so we're going to start off from the beginning. We're going to try and pop it off real quick. I just got off work. I just got home. I decided that I would make a quick video about the update, so we're going to try to make it as short as possible. So, squad leaders, the time has come for a new update. This update will include a whole host of cards and a fair amount of quality of life changes to improve the overall experience of Star Wars Force Arena. So there's new legendaries and uniques, 4 new units including ObiWan and Count Dooku. So I'm assuming the 4 is them and their uniques. So that's when they get unlocked. I guess that's good to know. If you want to look at that, you can check out the patch notes. Okay, so the first one is Obi-Wan Kenobi. His attack power is 63, DPS is 125. It's pretty good DPS. Attack speed is 0.53, so that's pretty quick. And he's got 1210 HP, which is pretty high. That's pretty high. I think for a base level 1, that's really high. So that's pretty good. So lightsaber defense. Damage reduced or damage received is reduced by 50% if Obi-Wan's HP falls below 35%. So he's going to be really tanky whenever he's low HP. So potentially going to be a good dive leader maybe. If you can run in, tank the turret, whenever you get less than 50% HP, you're going to live for like an extra couple seconds. So that's kind of cool, I guess. His skill is Hello There, taunts nearby enemy leaders and organic units, taking a defensive stance with 100% chance to defend against enemy melee attacks. And Reflect Blaster Fire. The taunt is maintained for a maximum of 3 seconds, and reactivating the skill will have Obi-Wan push back nearby enemies that inflicts 300% damage. Cooldown time is 32 seconds. Okay. 100% chance to defend against melee attacks. That's pretty cool. And Reflect Blaster Fire. Now, I wonder if this is affected by stun. So if you can stun him immediately after he uses his special, then stun lasts longer than 3 seconds, so is it going to completely negate it? He'll still have the reactivation skill after 3 seconds, but I am curious. Does that mean he's a 100% chance to defend against enemy melee attacks? I'm assuming that is not stunned. And it doesn't say that he's like not stunnable, so yeah, surely he can get stunned. Obi-Wan Kenobi is one of the greatest Jedi in history. His understanding of the Force and his dedication to the tenets of the Jedi Order are exceptional. Obi-Wan can provoke enemies to attack him so that friendly units can continue to push and take victory. Obi-Wan can also use the Force to push back enemies and deal damage. He can reflect blaster fire. Goodness gracious, guys. They're just giving it to everybody. They're just throwing it out there. You know what? If you got a lightsaber, just deflect blasters, man. Uses his skill Hello There to taunt nearby enemies while defending against melee damage and deflecting blaster attacks. I think his taunt might be pretty cool. It's going to be interesting to see how it works out. The pushback, I think, is going to be the strongest part. If you can use it kind of like basically 40th Luke, where you run in the turret, you taunt all of his organic units, and you're dodging all of the melee units, and I would assume you're dodging tower shots, maybe. If you're dodging tower shots, then that's going to be absolutely broken. And stun is going to become mainstream because you're going to have it. Anyways, divulging, okay? We've already read that. Cannot be used to defend against special attacks such as Zabrak Assassin's Leap. Slight buff. Get it, Zabrak? Still garbage. If the skill Hello There is over, you can reactivate the skill to emit a force blast, knocking back enemies. So I'm assuming you use it and then you don't actually start the countdown for 3 seconds. I don't know. That's something we're going to have to play with to figure out what's going on. When Obi-Wan Kenobi drops below a certain amount of hit points, lightsaber defense activates, reducing incoming damage. Interesting. So Commander Cody is his unique. All right, I kind of figured that. Energy cost is 5. Attack power 76, DPS 113. It's not crazy. Health is relatively low, about Ahsoka level. Attack speed is 0.99. It's really slow. Movement speed 3.2. Range is 6.5. Interesting. He deploys units. It takes him 1 second. Rocket Clone Trooper level 3, starting off at level 1, which I'm assuming goes up 2 levels per level. So he spawns a Rocket Trooper. Son of a gun. CC-2224, also known as Cody, is an outstanding commander of the Republic Army and natural strategist. He is incredibly useful against enemy fortifications or vehicles by calling in powerful rocket clone troopers. His excellent judgment and loyalty will bring victory to the light side. Blaster rifle attacks enemies from long distances. 6.5. Come on, bruh. It's not that far. When he encounters enemy buildings or ground vehicles, he will summon a rocket clone trooper and will attack together. So I'm assuming he starts to tank and then he summons the rocket clone trooper. And does he get multiple summons? I mean, I'm assuming it does. Anytime he targets like a tank, he'll get one. If he targets the turret immediately after, then he would get one, I'm assuming. Anyways, sounds like it's going to be a little bit cheesy. I could imagine rocking like ObiWan with Commander Cody, rocking Rocket Trooper, and then kind of throwing down Rocket Trooper, throwing down Cody if they defend with anything other than organic units, which if they do defend with organic units, then you can taunt, and you're going to be dodging all of those attacks for 3 seconds, so your units will get off damage. So you're going to have to run clears. It's going to be interesting. Okay, so dark side, Count Dooku. About damn Duke time. Attack power 67, DPS 137. That's pretty good. 1190 health. That's pretty good. 0.49 attack speed's pretty fast. So it's going to be good versus like the disrupts that you get from Anakin or 40th Luke. So it's going to be pretty good versus that, in my opinion. Counterattack has a 50% chance to counter an enemy's attack, temporarily causing them to become rigid. That's interesting. Inflicting 200% damage. 50% chance to counter an enemy's attack. Okay, that's kind of cool. I don't know if that's like melee, or is that from a distance, or is that like... I mean, I guess it's melee. He's melee, so it's got to be melee. So I don't know if that means he's attacking at the same time, or can he do it from a distance? Probably has to be being attacked while he's attacking. Worth noting, come on, Netmarble, give us more words. Lightning. Uses lightning to slow movement speed by 50% and inflict 120% continuous damage per second. The damage inflicted increases as time passes up to a maximum of 540%. Moving will end the skill. Cooldown is 20 seconds. So basically, Pike Trap. Moving will end the skill. So Pike Trap, right? You throw it on Pike Trap and they can't move. That's the only card that I'm aware of that immediately stops movement other than stun. But Pike Trap is definitely going to be good with Lil Dukester. Okay, so Count Dooku was considered one of the top duelists of the Jedi. However, he became disillusioned with the Jedi Council and their involvement in the Republic. Wanting change, he sought ways to bring back the glory days, but instead found himself succumbing to the dark side of the Force. His sophisticated fighting style and powerful use of the Force makes him a force to be reckoned with. Okay, so he attacks nearby enemies with the lightsaber. Does he have a blaster too or something? I mean, he's holding a lightsaber, guys. Okay. When using the skill Lightning, Count Dooku will root himself and deal a continuous stream of lightning. Alright. More freaking lightning. Damage of the skill will increase over time. I do think that's kind of cool. Up to 540%. Man, you are just going to melt. You are going to melt things that are within range of that. Count Dooku... Expert Duelist ability allows him to use his skill counterattack. This will let him counter incoming melee attack. Yeah, so it is melee attacks. They did give us words. I just didn't read far enough. Okay, Vulture Droid is his unique. Costs 6. Lord, that's pretty expensive. Attack power 230, DPS 115, so it is a unit. Damage upon deployment 575. Lord. 2400 HP. Holy crap. Attack speed is 2 seconds, so it's relatively slow. What's movement speed? 1.15, so it's really slow. But it's not a card you're going to want to play in the back. It's going to be one that you drop on immediately on something to kill it. So they're playing... I mean, 2400 health is insane amount of health. We'll have to see what the animation is like in order to kind of really get a judge on it, but that sounds pretty good, in my opinion. So the Vulture Droid is a powerful tool in the Separatist arsenal. Vulture Droid is controlled by a central computer, and after its bombing run, will transform into a walking machine capable of inflicting massive damage to the Galactic Republic. Bombs a small area with high-powered explosives. After the bombing, the Vulture Droid will find a safe place to land and continue fighting in ground mode. In ground mode, the Vulture Droid will attack enemies with blasters at long distances. So 8.5 is pretty good. I don't know, does that mean you get to pick the area and where it deploys is kind of set back? Is it going to be like Gunship where you kind of can play it, you use the AoE in a useful area, but you get the droid back? Or is it going to be like Maul's Unique was where you couldn't deploy it everywhere? Deployment time is 5.3? Holy cannoli. So basically, the hero's going to dodge that for sure. 5.3 seconds, that is forever. You're going to have, it basically takes the amount of energy it costs in time. I don't know. I'll have to use that to kind of get a better feel as to what that all actually means. Okay. So balance changes. Light side, Princess Leia changed Rebel leader to will of the Rebel Alliance. The duration of impairments affecting Leia and her deployed organic units is decreased by 40%. Okay, so I'm assuming that's her skill. Pushing effects will not be affected. So you can still draw Bomber and it should push her stuff back. Princess Leia currently has a slightly lower selection rate compared to the average. I just think it's because people don't like to play her, guys. It's not because she's bad. Oh, it kind of is because she's bad. Her special is very, like, deck dependent. Okay, maybe she did need a buff, but I don't know. So the development team have determined that her special ability to increase the movement speed of her troops is not very helpful in the current metagame. We modified her special ability to better suit her for today's environment. Alright, whatever. Unstable G and K. Self-destruct attack changed to explosion damages dealt to a small area. Oh, what? Wow, that's going to be really cool. Can now damage all targets when it explodes. Wow, that is really good. Self-destruct damage decreased from 978 to 783. If failed to self-destruct, it will deal damage to a small area around it. Wow, that's really cool. That is really cool. Unstable G and K Droid was one of the light-side staple cards, specializing in taking down towers. However, as new cards have been released, the need to use this card has been reduced. The development team hope that the changes will bring the Unstable G and K back into the decks. Yeah, I think it's going to do pretty well. So Dark Side, GI. Guys, what did I say? Okay? When I said the worst two leaders in the game, was Netmarble listening to me? Because I said Leia and I said Grand Inquisitor. And those are the two cards that just got buffed. Guys, are y'all listening to me? I feel like somebody out there is like, damn, he's insightful. Okay, so anyways, Grand Inquisitor. Press the advantage to Jedi Hunter. Oh yeah, he needed that. Every time an enemy is attacked using a normal attack, damage is increased by 3%. Ooh, baby. Damage increases to a maximum of 30% and is maintained for 5 seconds, even if he stops attacking. If the target is a Jedi, the damage increase is doubled. What? Okay, so GI is going to be really good. He's going to be really good. Let's go ahead and throw it out there. 30% extra damage, potentially 60% if it's another Jedi. Oh man, he's going to be stomping on fools. He is going to be stomping. So the GI is a powerful dark side leader with the concept of being one of the best Jedi hunters. However, as new leaders continue to be added, his battle performance has dropped compared to the others. The development team decided to change his special ability so that he once again can be one of the more powerful leaders. Okay, so Zabrak Assassin's Epic. When using charged attack to organic leaders units, it will cause bleeding damage. Ooh, another slight buff. Okay, so this is interesting. Bleeding damage for 6 seconds, 1% damage per second. Bleeding damage cannot be any more than 1%. So basically, you can't buff your units and then use them. So if you used it with Thrawn, it's not going to be like a percentage higher, I'm assuming is why they specified that. AI is adjusted to prioritize the enemy leader. Okay, that's really good. So you're almost guaranteed to inflict the bleed damage for 6 seconds. So, okay. Zabrak Assassins is a card created to assassinate major targets by entering into stealth mode towards the enemy territory. However, they were very difficult to use because they lacked the ability to distinguish their targets. The team decided to improve them by making them faithful to their original design. The damage calculation